Right, welcome. We're going to give it a moment for Zoom and YouTube to align in their energies, and then I'll be able to pop back over to my Zoom screen. Right, welcome. It never doesn't pause. It doesn't want to hit pause. Okay, here we go. Why am I saying it doesn't let me? All right. Welcome. I'm Elizabeth with Willow Tarot, and I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so this is Decks of Abundance, and I'm going to start this group read with something a little different in that I've never done it before. So when I practice mediumship, I start the session. This is every time it's a protocol, I guess you'd say. And I'm going to run through that protocol with you. This doesn't need to be just for mediumship. This can be for anything you want. And if you want to tweak this, tweak it, rename it, make it your own. All right, here we go. So I start with this spread. I call this spread the Bright Earth spread. If you go to Willow Root Tarot on YouTube, and hi to the people joining live, you will find a playlist called The Card Medium, and there was a series of mediumship videos under that. I also lead a group every other Saturday completely for free. If you'd like to join, we're actually meeting this Saturday, which is the 15th, August 15th of 2026. Oh, okay. So real quick now, last night I was in session, mediumship session, and I got the date of August 17th. And this particular mediumship session, we were pulling for lottery numbers. So I have actually lottery numbers I'm going to play today because no one won the Powerball. But on August 17th, I'm going to make sure I buy a lottery ticket. So just throwing that out there. And I actually have the numbers. I'm not, I don't know where I put them. But if I think of where I put them, I'm happy to share them. All right. Thank you for listening. So this is something that I do before on mediumship sessions, and it's something that I actually wanted to change into putting down every morning. Just every morning, pretty much, I read cards every day. So coming up here and beginning the day with this. So I'm using, and you can, I don't know how many times I'm going to say the word so. I'm really hearing it a lot. So you can go to the videos again, go to the videos, watch the videos, just see what I'm talking about. Follow along here. I'm shuffling an oracle deck. I have 2 sets of decks. I have 4 decks total this morning. I have an oracle and a tarot deck that I call my companion decks, and I have an oracle and tarot deck that I call my mediumship decks. You can call them whatever you want. You can call them Bob and Linda. Doesn't matter. All right. So this is my companionship deck, and I am asking, in case mediumship happens today, which it does, mediumship happens. My question is, how are we in alignment for mediumship? I'm not looking for how we're not. I'm looking for a connection. As a reader, my personal way of approaching the world is, how is there a connection? Not, how does this not work? That's called complaining, bitch. You can do that at home alone. So I try to find that connection. So I'm asking the cards, how are we in alignment for mediumship? Morning. The world awaits you. This card freaks me out, man. I've been reading with this deck for years. It's a fun one. It's Amanda Lovelace. Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. Been reading with it for years. Look at this chick. She's underwater. Dude, that's the ocean. And she's all like, I'm gonna wake up. Okay, well, with mediumship, the world awaits you. Which one? Which world might you be encountering today? So there is an element of and I asked, how are we in alignment for mediumship? This is not a personal read on me. Remember the question. So how are we in alignment? The card says the world awaits you. The card is with me. Any door I walk through, the energy of this card will be there. Now, this was a question I asked the deck so that I understand if the deck, how it feels about mediumship today. So this is just me checking in. I haven't even done the spread yet. So for my tarot deck that I call my companion deck, I'm probably going to rename these to something a little sparklier. It's kind of boring. Companion deck, mediumship deck, but you do whatever you want. So same question. How are we in alignment for mediumship today? Amanda Lovelace, The Cozy Witch Tarot. I don't know if I said that. I just bought her book. It's called Becoming a Witch. Oh shit, I can't remember. Something like that. I don't have a question. How are we in alignment for mediumship today? We, the Hermit, and it says there are some things that must be done on your own. So sometimes I may feel a little surprised by the messages coming through. I'm not alone. This is sometimes things must be done on your own. That just means that in some moments in mediumship, I may feel a little isolated. I may not understand what's happening. I may not have come across this certain situation. So I'm a little like, what? But I can always exit that situation. Hermit mode is not a prison. It's exploratory, and you can leave that exploratory state whenever you want, just like mediumship. And this is why I have a protocol that I go by to help me better understand and tether to that idea so that I'm always grounded in mediumship or attempt to be. So I'm doing the same question. Now I've moved over to my mediumship set, and this is the Oracle deck. Amanda Lovelace, are you shocked? Chubby Witch's Night In Oracle deck. If you were into purple, y'all, it's purple. It's a lot of purple. It's good. All right. Oh, purple and royalty, at least in England. I think that that was the color reserved for royalty. I wonder if it had something to do like that dye was super difficult. Like it's red and blue, right? But back then, I don't know how they made dyes. Like, I guess it was like all natural, right? So it had to be. Or how long would it take? Like if you do Easter eggs in onion, like red onion, you'll get that red hue, but it's not like a few drops of, the cancer causing artificial food colors that you can use to dye your eggs. But it's still there. It's just a little different. So if you wanted a purple garment, what do you let that shit stew for like a month and a half in a vat of purple? Wow, money, man. Money, 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 money. It's only important if you show you have it. Sorry. How are we in alignment for mediumship today? Okay. So it's you deserve softness. And then right when I said, well, right when I floated back to how are we in alignment, I realized that I was going off track. I can kind of catch myself sometimes, but you deserve softness. I think it's the card reaching out to say it's all right. You did just go a little off track, but it's okay. And I do have to tell myself that. So I'm going to pull a second card and ask, would you like to comment further on how are we in alignment? Because I do believe we're in alignment. And it says you could turn water into moonlight. You can turn water into moonlight. How are we in alignment? I guess it's saying that belief is going to be a centering factor. Well, if you can turn water into moonlight, okay, I believe that. But what does that mean? What does it do? How do I benefit? How does moonlight benefit? How does water benefit? So as long as I am in benefit of others and do not wish harm on myself in my mediumship practice, I think that's pretty sound. So I've looked for all of the cards to offer me an alignment aspect, and they are all in alignment. So I'm going back. This is me talking through the process, so it's a little bit longer. I'm now going to pull for the spread. This is a theme card from the Oracle, my companion Oracle. The Believe in Your Own Magic by Amanda Lovelace. I'm asking for an overall energy. Like if you were standing under a rainbow, this is the rainbow. Cards are getting sticky. What's going on? I'm sure. So this is I'm doing my spread now. All right, we're beginning with spread. Wings. You never needed those to fly. So we are going to be traveling. We are most likely going to hit mediumship, possibly in session today. All right, so I'm going to lay that card over to the side. I'm just going to, oh, I love this one, spaceship, but it's got mermaids on it. I love that one. Okay, so right here, I'm just going to set it right there. I'm going to my companion deck. That's my tarot deck. You do not need all these, okay, guys? Watch the video. Watch the video. All right. Who is my companion? You don't have to say it out loud. I'll just let you guys know what at least in part what I'm thinking, because sometimes I'm thinking about, purple spotted zebras. Who's my companion today? Hermit. That was also the card of agreement or card of alignment. All right, the Hermit. So I'm gonna take a look at the card artwork. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 books, 1 cell phone, 1 pendulum, 1 person, and 1 enclosed space that looks super comfy. They're wearing a hoodie that says solitary witch. Okay, companion card. Welcome. Now, I have several models for this spread. You're welcome to choose or make up one on your own. It's all good. It's what your intention, it's the intention that you're setting, the ideas that you have. So you use your own words. And last night I decided to use my clairs. So I'm going to start on the right because I like to. If this were a map, if this were a compass rose, it'd be east. So east is, I'm gonna, sorry, man, no, not sorry. My eyesight. It's my clairvoyance that I see with. So who do I see with? You can just be as simple as that. In these moments today, when I am in communion with mediumship, who do I see with? And the card's energy, or whatever you get in your mind when you pull it, is that the moon on the Hermit. Okay, this might be the longest session I've ever run. So the moon, and it says taking time for deep self-reflection is essential. So check in when I'm in mediumship. Remember, this is about mediumship, this whole spread. So stay with the theme. Don't show up to the party in the wrong outfit. Moon. Seeing with the moon is, you can't stop light, not really. And moonlight has a certain magical value to it. And depending on what phase of the moon, this is a full moon that I'm seeing in the card. It could be limited sight or it could be increased sight, mediumship. This is who I see with. So if it ever gets foggy, not quite as clear a thought, maybe a cloud has moved over the moon. It'll move away. We're fine. All right. So next is, who do I hear with? Because my 2 primaries are clairaudient and clairvoyant. So who do I hear with? The 6 of Wands. Now, the energy of the 6 of Wands is celebration. So I'm going to listen to the voices that celebrate with me. If a voice comes in to say, oh, you can't do this shit, because that's not, I'll be like, we're not. But I will check in with you in a couple hours when I'm up to it. Okay, bye-bye. Kisses. You can do that. I do that. And then I go back to the voice. And as a friend say, dude, what is on? Okay, but not in the fucking moment because I'm there. I'm in mediumship. I don't need that. So no. I will hear with the 6 of Wands. I will hear through the lens of celebration, belief, faith, and confidence in myself. You can do this on the fly too. So if I have sight and I have hearing, I'm going to now say, who do I sit with? Who am I in the present moment with? The 2 of Cups. Okay, that's like communion. That's like the lovers before they're canoodling. Sorry. Lovers doesn't have to be romantic, but it's the before. You ever meet someone and be like, I kind of like their energy. Let's go get some coffee. And just to see where the friendship goes. That's the 2 of Cups, but you're open to it. You're accessible. And you want in on the other person. You want to get. So you make the time and the effort to get there and be their friend. See how it goes. That's the mediumship session, which you might be in friendship with that spirit or situation in mediumship for 5 seconds or 5 hours. So, but it's friendly. It's the 2 of Cups. So it's friendly. And remember, you can always pull out whenever you want. So I just started this one last night. I remember what my 4th one is. So let's see, what else would I like? I have, who do I see with? Who do I hear with? Who do I sit with? What is in the present moment? Because if I'm worried about something in mediumship or not, I need to identify my resources. What's going on around me? And calm is one of those resources. Okay, so what's our last card? As umbrella energy, what would you like to offer to this week or to this spread? The card I asked the deck. Umbrella energy is the Eight of Wands. Messages, messages, messages. Okay, we're doing this. So now that I've pulled my spread, I'm gonna move my cards around because it does take up space, guys. You don't have to leave it like out full glory. I have definitely compacted it. It still just looks like a shrunken version of itself, moved it in to make space, be practical. You need space, make space. All right, so I'm gonna move these cards aside. That's my spread. And this is when I would go into mediumship. Now I use cards for everything. So I don't have a mediumship spread in front of me. So I'm wondering, should I stop? Let's pause. I know what we're going to do. To answer that question, I'm actually like, should I go into mediumship? And I'm going to pull from, my decks are everywhere. And I'm going into Dallas after this. So there's no way I'm cleaning this room today. Woo! Maybe tomorrow. All right. So I'm going to go to Seasons of the Witch. Those of you that have been here with me before may recognize this. Seasons of the Witch, because I read from it all the time. This is okay, I thought this was Letha. Last night I was listening to Amanda Lovelace in an interview, and she said Litha, and I'm like, damn it. So Letha or Litha, it's Litha. Fuck, that was last. Never mind, we're not in that. It doesn't matter because we're in Lammas. So forget what I just said. We're in Lammas, the pagan holiday of Lammas. All right, let's do this. Let's pull a card. And I have a question today. Should I proceed with mediumship in this session today? What is the energy around me proceeding into mediumship today? And sometimes that shit just comes through because I don't actually have a spread. Okay, and I don't have a spread. I'm talking about that. And I don't have a spread handy. So any suggestion on how to read for that would be great because I will be using cards. I will be communicating cards. Thank you. Bakery, card one. How many times have I pulled that? Guys, come on. Love this card. And yeah, we're totally doing mediumship. So I can almost remember this. Not word for word, but got the general meaning down. Okay, that's me. I love this card. It's also the first card. And I get a real kick out of when I get the first or the last. Bakery. On the card itself, it says, take the time to diligently practice and refine your craft. I'm asking if I should flow into mediumship. Take the time to diligently practice and refine your craft. Yes, I should. Success will follow as you savor each little victory along the way. And everything is a victory because nothing is a failure. All right. Notice how at home the baker is in her kitchen. She knows when the yeast in the bread has developed based on the feel, something she has spent years getting to know on a deeply intimate level. She can tell how much of an ingredient to add with a quick glance, or when her baked goods are done by the smell. No measuring cups for her. A dash of this, a pinch of that. Knowledge given to her over years of trial and error. She didn't walk into this space as the master. Her relationship with her craft bloomed and evolved over time. You have pulled the bakery card as a reminder that practice makes perfect, and there is no shortcut to being first in line. Success is not measured in the final destination, but in the little victories experienced over the course of your journey. Just like the baker, you will pick up tips and tricks by being willing to try new things and working at your mistakes until you find the formula that works for you. There will be failures and missteps, upsets and frustrations, all of which will mold you into the expert you are becoming. Trust that the hardiness of experience is not something you should feel pressure to know at the beginning or even in the middle. The only way to get where you're going is to start heading in that direction. And before you know it, weeks, months, and years will have passed, and you will be just as comfortable in your chosen field as the baker is in hers. Just love that part. Okay, so let's do it. Oh, I wonder if I should set a timer, because when I did this last night, I totally lost track of time. 8:25, I think we're good. All right, so I'm gonna get my mediumship deck. So I have an oracle and a tarot too, because I just love it. I love partnering my decks. Yay! So for mediumship, you tell me which is night in. I'm gonna ask both decks. I'm gonna shuffle and I'm gonna be thinking about like being here, and for mediumship, I'm gonna open, but I'm gonna see what comes through. I am prepared. I have my cards, I have my belief. I'm imagining, I'm not going to be talking as much. I'm letting you know I'm imagining a door, nothing around it, all black, and it's partially open, and I'm waiting to see what comes through, or if I have an invitation to enter. What is my invitation? Moonchild, you are more than your memories. What is my invitation? I am more than my memories. I am new in every moment and evolve in every place. I do not need to be invited. I welcome. Let's see what we got. So now I'm going to go to my tarot deck. The door is open. I'm going to very humanly say, hello, and see what responds. Hello. Okay. Direct from spirit, 4 of swords. Friend, what would you like to share? I am more than my memories, so there is no fear. Emerge, please. Okay. I am more than my memories. I want to tell you what I'm seeing in the 4 of swords. There's a crypt. Someone's coming out of the coffin, the crypt. And I just pulled the hermit, and the card I am more than my memories is still surfacing. This is me coming from the crypt. This is going to be a little bit different in mediumship. I'm emerging from the coffin, and I want to be very carefully in tune with what's happening, so I'm not going to talk this much. Hi. It's very wonderful to meet another version of me. Oh, I'm holding her. She's a desiccated corpse. But I am more than my memories. I am more than the lives that I have lived, and more than the shells of the bodies that I hold. I am here and I am full. It's kind of sad holding me. I'm more than my memories. I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna put her on the floor of the crypt and leave. I think that acknowledging the past, it can be very difficult. So as a message today, because I've left the crypt, that was a lot. I just want to share with you that we're more than our memories. Whatever's happened that we did or that we experienced, we are not that in summation. That did not make us. We were here before the event happened, and we're here after the event. We are more than our memories, and we are very powerful. Okay, I'm gonna pull out. So this is actually a really good opportunity. I'm gonna close the session because that was a lot. So you can leave your spread open if you want. I'm gonna feel more comfortable closing it down. So I'm gonna run through that and then I'll get to your hand. Is there any energy present that would like to speak before I pull up my cards? So I go to my mediumship deck and I see. It's asking if I have anything I want to share. I feel guilty for leaving. I want to share that. I feel bad that I pulled out because it was so upsetting and I didn't know what to do. But I started this with the cards telling me that practice was an imperative. And this is mediumship. It's not all fucking fun. It can be really difficult. We're going places that humans don't always want to go. So it can be hard, but we're safe and we believe and we have confidence. So we're good. The Hanged One. Okay, one more card. This is my final expression. Is there any energies present that would like to share? Okay, it's bringing home the idea. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm asking if any energy would like to share. There's no way that I can say you need to leave or I don't like what you're saying. I'm just asking if they want to share. Like maybe a friend or a silent partner would say, just please share, just let me know. And I got the 5 of Wands. But what it's saying is that the energy understands what you're saying. It's choosing to speak or not, but you're good to go. You don't own the energy. It's going to do what it wants. This is a personal belief. Go with what you believe yourself. So this means that the spread has been finalized. I'm leaving the session and I'm free now to pick up the cards and put them back in the box or on my shelf, however I normally do it. And this helps me. I feel better already, much more collected, knowing that that's happened. Now, if I want to fall into mediumship later, I would probably go ahead and do the whole spread again. Now, you can go through it pretty fast, and I actually do have a shortcut that I use my hands to do. But again, this just makes me feel good. Do you need to do this for mediumship? You do what you want to do. You do what makes you feel good. That's the important thing. So you can catch yourself if you need support. All right, I see your hand. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you were talking about different version of yourself. I believe that this best possible self, this other version, is always there from the time you're born until the time you die. It's just a matter of finding it.
Oh, she was a life lived. Like she was like a counterpart. She wasn't a version I'm carrying. I didn't feel that she was I'm not trying to say you're wrong. I'm trying to express how I feel in this moment. Um, she was something that I experienced a lifetime of and that has never truly left. The character Dax on Star Trek, who takes the symbiotes, kind of like that. The memories are retained. They're not, she can always access them. I don't necessarily have access to ancestral memories like on the like immediately.
Oh, I see.
But with mediumship, it brings it out. I did not expect to connect with one of my own past lives, or at least a remembrance of it, a desiccated corpse. You know what I'm saying? So, which is just strange, but the cards are immeasurably helpful to me. Immeasurably helpful. Okay, I want to, what time is it? Because I want to see if I can pull a happy card. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna, well, I'm kind of, well, you know what? I could ask, I'm gonna pull a card from each, I'm gonna pull a card from the mediumship, tarot, and oracle, and the, mediumship, companion, tarot, and oracle. And I'm gonna check in because I'm gonna be like, how do you guys feel about what just happened? That's what I'm saying. How do you guys feel about what just happened? And this is Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle. This is in communion with me as my companion oracle. I really want to think of like different things, but how do you feel about the session? Oh, I'm seeing a tree and little tree fairies or something, like holding hands and dancing around it and going in a circle. I know almost nothing about fairies. Could be like some sort of a forest elemental, wood sprite. I don't know. Water, that's a water sprite. I don't know. Nymph. I don't know. I'm trying to think of words. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. Let's see what the card is. The thing is, I can't tell if I'm a little fairy that's floating and looking down, or I'm a tall person looking down. I don't know if I'm human or not. Oh well. Oh my god. Okay, so sundress, do it for you. I pull this card 90% of the time I use this deck. I am communion with this deck. I don't know. How do you feel about today? Sundress, and it says do it for you, which right before I pulled the card, I did have this flash of a thought, and it was about owning my practice. Like, I'm okay with what happened, and I'm grateful because my practice is going to be whatever comes out. It's not tailored. It's, I don't know what the hell I'm going to meet. There's no way to know that, for me. So, sundress, do it for you. So, when I do these things, I need to be aware that how I feel matters and to stay in touch with that. I wanted to leave, so I left, I wanted to express with tears, so I did. I didn't get embarrassed. I didn't hold back. It's really important. Everything's me was crying. My corporeal self was shedding water. Why would I stop the reaction of self? Why would I oppress myself? Don't cry. Don't cry. Shh. Why do you want me to oppress myself, to suppress myself? Cry, scream, laugh, fuck, do it all. Express. How are you? The Hermit. What is with the Hermit? That's the third pull on the Hermit, twice from this guy. You are in. How are you? And you're in the Hermit. Is there anything you'd like me to consider? The Two of Cups. Okay, so the Hermit mode here is good. Two of Cups means friendliness, happiness. It's all right. And it's to stick with what I'm doing. Remember the spread, remember the protocol, remember the mediumship practice. Keep doing, keep practicing. All right. How are you after our mediumship session? Is there anything you'd like to share? And this is my tarot deck. This is Y Spells Wild Reflections tarot deck. Is there anything you'd like to share? Oops. Page of Pentacles in reverse is a direct message from spirit when in mediumship, because it's reversed. So the creation today was happiness. The deck is comfortable with what was created and how it was done. All right. How are you feeling after our section? And this is the Chubby Witch's Night in Oracle by Amanda Lovelace. How are you feeling? Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Retail therapy or retail obsession. So the other day, I was trying to not be on Amazon. Not even gonna buy shit, just put shit in my cart and save for later. But I was like, what is going on with me? I'm getting like a serotonin hit or something. Like, why? So just get off Amazon. Retail therapy or retail obsession. How does this coordinate with how does the deck feel after mediumship session? How am I going to sit with the energy that I still have from my session? Am I going to go eat something because I'm going to satisfy like an oral fixation? Am I going to go buy something because it's going to get a serotonin hit? what am I going to do? I need to really think carefully about this. I have the energy from the session that I would like to still commune with. I can actually sit here after we end this and continue to pull cards, which this may be the invitation. I'm going to pull a second card from the same deck. Okay, what does she have? A good grip on there. I'm do you have a suggestion for how I sit in community? Any way I want. It's get glammed up, but the card, from how I remember it, was to do things the way that you wish to do them because you're the only one you're seeking the experience for. No one else, just me. So do it the way I want to do it, the way I feel comfortable doing, and the cards are showing me support. All right. I feel great. Any comments? Any questions? What time is it? We did pretty good on time, 8:40. I was a little worried going into session. I was like, ah, shit. Maybe I should set a timer. Whoo, that was a lot. I might go back in today and check it out again, but I just wasn't. Oh, see, that's the thing. I wasn't expecting it, but that's all right. When I do animal mediumship, that is off the wall. I got a box of tissues. Go ahead. I see your hand.
Yeah, you were talking before about money. If you had a lot of money, and that brought to mind the wisdom from the movie called The Producers and Zero Mostel.
Yep.
So after they conned this phony show, they got all this money, and then Gene Wilder says, "What do you do with all the money?" And Zero says, "Flaunt it, baby, flaunt it."
Yeah, it was springtime for Hitler in Germany.
Yeah.
I remember that was a very interesting movie. Springtime for Hitler in Germany. It was probably shouldn't have given that quote for the movie. It doesn't really. Maybe just wiki that one. Okay, that's The Producers with Zero Mostel and is it Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
And not
Dick Shawn.
Who?
His name is Dick Shawn. He played Hitler in the play.
Oh no, but the other guy, Gene Wilder. Oh, it was Zero Mostel. That was who? Oh, never mind. You're right. Okay, I was trying to stick Nathan Lane in there, and I'm like, not even the right time period. But okay, I'm not gonna put my hair yet. So focus back in. All right. So what's today? Tuesday. I'm not hosting tomorrow, but Thursday we'll be back with our reading for each other. I wonder what deck on it. So that'll be at 8 a.m. All right, I am going to, you guys, I'll say goodbye. I'm going to take a few seconds and count to 10 so that I can end the live feed. And then I'll end this room too, but you guys can drop whenever you want or chill, whatever. All right, I'm going to start counting.